Hey Slingers, welcome back to the show. It's been quite a busy week. We recorded not one, but two shows for you guys. And one of those gems was Riders on the Storm. And it was a long one. So it's going to take me a little time to get it edited and dialed in for you. So, in the interim of waiting for it to drop, I present for your listening pleasure the Carrion Crown Run-Through, Episode 9, Catching Up with Gibs. Well, he's gonna fire up one, right? Like a short.
Yeah, it was a
shorty?
short thing. It was like 5-6 sessions.
To like, because once we're done with the Riders one, and to break up everything else and give listeners something fresh as well. Because I wouldn't want stagnation where people just say, well, they just keep droning and droning. Well, it's a 6-book campaign, It's
We're like not even. I don't know how far we are in one. Book
We haven't
one.
left the town
Dude,
yet. Let's put
Raiders-
it that way.
It's true. We're
In
still,
all
Well,
honesty,
didn't we have like 30 days?
in all honesty,
Yeah.
yeah, you
Oh,
guys
I
are
keep
only on
popping.
we're
day.
like 3 days in.
You're only 3 days into it. But are you okay over there?
Yeah, no, my audio just kept popping in and
Oh.
out, but I think it's good now.
Yes, sir.
What was I going to say?
Both of these on.
We've been here
only
for
3
3
days in.
days.
Yeah, you've been here for 3 days, but
About a
the whole,
There's a lot
the
of
whole-
shit
The whole
happening.
book takes place in Ravengro.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like you guys need to, we got to get to Lepidstad, or we got to go. I mean, eventually you will be en route to Lepidstad, but that's
Later down the
way
line.
down, yeah.
Yeah, and there's plenty to do in this
Okay.
town, it seems like, so.
Well, it's definitely death. We're good?
You just want to sign the picture and get it out of the way?
Yeah, let's do that now.
Yeah.
Oh, where are we signing? Oh, we're signing up.
Yeah, we're going to sign
You
up.
don't have a Sharpie or anything?
You want to do Sharpie, or you want to do this?
Sharpie.
Dude,
might
Sharpie.
better,
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks weird with that thing. We'd have to find like.
The problem is with a Sharpie, it gets so fucking fat, so.
Otherwise, you'll never see it, man.
I'll draw it right over my phone.
That thing's so intense.
You want to practice first, Koosh?
Yeah, no, dude. There's a piece of paper on here that I'm going to sign. Right? Boom. I got to
Let's go
angle
do
it
it
though.
right on the paper.
Done.
All right, well, thank
Oh,
you all for
Turbo over
coming
there making it
today,
Squeak.
Yeah.
and I'll see you all Friday.
And that wraps it up for the week.
All right, done.
Business is adjourned. I'll say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
I just have it. Get the hell out of my house.
Let's get some more beer. Let's do this shit. Greetings, fellow slingers. Welcome out to Roll the Hard 20 podcast. Carrion Crown episode 9.
Woo.
9.
Yeah.
9. And of course, the Hard Slingers are here.
That we is.
Yeah, we should reciprocate with the equal amount of enthusiasm, I guess.
Well, I feel the recipient, so I'm like, okay. Whatever. The night has fully embraced the town of Ravengro, and as so often in Ustalov, with the darkness comes the horrors. Talos, as you stand just outside the Ravengro forge, you watch as Jorfa turns her back on you and enters her residence. You watch as the forge embers begin to die down to a soft glow. You look down at the piece you commissioned the blacksmith to make for you.
I grab it, take it with me, and then before I head out the door, I drop the 20 gold pieces I said I'd pay for it.
That's why you paid for a portion of it, right?
Yeah, I paid 5 gold up front.
Okay. You're not met with anybody coming out.
Okay.
That back area remains dark. As far as she's concerned, you don't exist to her.
Yeah. Which is very unfortunate. Although something I want to do is actually send Otto to try and find number 4, the fourth guy that didn't really show up and try to murder me.
Okay. Where you want to send him? Are you just going to send him out?
Just send him
Scout?
out around. Yeah, just scout the town.
Okay.
And then I'm going to meet up with my wolf friend.
So the owl looks at you, and you can hear in your mind, I will do your bidding, Talos. And it takes off into the night sky. almost immediately, he is engulfed in darkness, and you just assume that he's off doing his thing.
I always get confused with the accent that you do for Otto. Is it like German or is
It
it
is-
French? It's like,
no,
we do not play.
It's
No.
just
It's,
very.
it's Austrian. It's somewhere in
Austrian.
the
Yes,
No.
it's very
It's-
German.
It's just very villainous.
It is.
The reason
They like their consonants.
This is be all
They don't
guest.
have a the, they have a the.
And I was 90% sure when you said engulfed, it was going to be followed by flames.
Yeah, this is why Talos doesn't sleep at night, because he's afraid Otto's going to kill him.
Probably.
Oust. You're still in your wolf form, with the trachea of your victim packed to your gum line. You stand as a silent sentinel right in the middle of the hub of town. Blood all over your mouth, all over your paws. You see Talos standing over by the entrance to the forge. It's very quiet outside. You looking up the definition of quiet or what?
It says definition of quiet is do not hear sounds.
Okay.
Actually, I wanted to see, because, give me 1 second. I do have keen hearing and smell, so I do get an advantage. Can I track down this
Oh,
fourth?
I commissioned the wrong animal.
Well, we got both. I mean,
Oust, our trusty bloodhound.
so advantage to perception.
Snuff them out.
What perception are you using?
He's trying to sniff him
Trying
out.
to sniff him
Okay,
out, see
trying
if
to
I get like
sniff him out.
a scent out of him. Will a 15 do anything?
No.
Damn it. Okay.
Well, you got to remember that most bloodhounds, if they're going to sniff something out,
They have something.
They had to have something
Yeah.
to smell.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I got that guy's jugular on me. Doesn't he smell
Yeah,
like
he
the
does.
rest of them?
Well, unless he was
It smells like
deep
iron.
throating the last dude that you're looking for, you're not going to really know.
Oh, we don't know that. Okay.
Gonna trace him by DNA.
I sniffed this dude's shank in his trachea.
We may have not seen him, but he left DNA at the scene of the crime.
So you have 3 dead bodies to dispose of, and you had a plan with what to do with them.
Oh yeah, we were just chucking him downriver, man.
Okay, so you guys are going to actually move them
Yeah.
into the tributary, right?
Not before we check their pockets.
Okay.
Go, yeah. That's, all right.
All right, so I'll get out.
I got
of
the
my,
hands. I should check the pockets.
I'll get out of my my wolf state.
Nope.
Probably not.
I had like a 10.
Okay.
4 on the dice.
Okay, as you're searching, so you're back into
Human form.
human form. As you guys check through the remainder of these 3 dead bodies and shredded up whatever remains of his humanity, you really don't find anything personal, no personal effects on them at all. All they had on them were just their weapons and their clothing. That was it. It didn't look like they were carrying any form of identification.
No school ID, library card.
Couldn't see who was their employer. I mean, we have a pretty good idea, but
I don't think they were union. No union cards.
No unique cards.
No.
Damn it.
well, I mean,
But you also didn't ever see them affiliated with any of the shop owners or anybody in town, so you don't know if they came from town. So you don't know where they actually derived
Yeah.
from.
Tell us, I believe these were outsiders.
they could have been, but they told me they were paid to protect items from the what is it called? The
Silver purse.
Silver purse. I wanted to see if there's any evidence of it, but best I can tell is I
you
just have to
think-
take their word for it.
Do you think they know that we took the orb?
That's the assumption, but there wasn't any evidence. I'm concerned actually that the proprietor of the unfurling scroll may have tipped them off.
Did they mention anything about the orb? Do you have it in your possession still?
It's like floating around my head.
Oh, now it's floating around your head.
I put it away. Yeah, they know I have it. Well, they did. And then I checked their body. Actually, no, the entire time we're talking,
We're chucking
So you're
bodies.
shoveling-
Yeah, we're like throwing bodies
Just like-
into the river.
No nonsense
Just like-
conversation
Yeah.
just to pass the.
Yeah,
the
Haven't
time.
you
Just
seen
the average-
like Law and Order where they're like stacking boxes and like there was a murder?
Brother.
Irwin and the doctor, After saving the town's council, and by extension the books within the town hall itself, it would seem that the council is more than ready to accept your help. Now, Erwin, you had an epiphany that the flaming skulls weren't actually after the council or the townspeople within.
Yeah.
You had a belief that what?
That they were trying to attack the books themselves.
Yes. And Doctor, Myrta had asked, and what are your thoughts about the increasing letters on the Harrowstone Memorial? You presented a way in which you might be able to discern what the cumulative letters might mean. You'd mentioned that you wanted to study the tomes back at the Lorimore residence, and so then Myrta issued the both of you an executive position that would grant access to the books you just saved. And she seemed to be okay with that, and just when you think your plan is golden, Vashian immediately interjects, No, the books, they'll remain here. In the town hall, however, you may still study them here, and only under the watchful eye of one of the council members. That's the way it's going to have to be. Doctor?
I can agree with leaving the books here. I'll just have to... Is there a place in the basement or somewhere else I can set up shop?
I'm afraid there is no basement. It's just the building you see before you.
Is there a separate room somewhere where I can start categorizing? This is a lot of data I have to go through.
I'm afraid the best we could hope to offer you is just one of the chairs that's up here on the stage, or you could settle in one of the pews down below.
If that's the only choice, that's the only choice.
Very well. He looks down, and obviously the entire town hall is vacant, except for you two gentlemen up on stage with them. Erwin, what are your thoughts? What do you want to do with this new information that he's bestowed?
Ideally, I'd like to take the book somewhere else, because I feel like they're not safe in this location since these skulls knew where the books were. So, but if he's not going to allow it, then I guess...
He seems very stern in his position.
Yeah.
That he doesn't... It'd be very difficult to change his mind. However, not impossible. But that'd be up to you guys to figure out how to do.
Should we try to persuade him, or...
Charm person. That's good.
Hey there.
I am actually proficient in persuasion, so I can try.
Go for it.
Now go ahead and add a +2 to that, because you did just save the entire town council and the
Sweet.
books.
Total of +4 to the roll.
Right. Come on, baby.
Let's go.
I'll help you out if you fail.
Yeah, so after hearing what... I forget what you are. Are you Ermin or Erwin?
Erwin.
Win.
Ermin is...
I'm winning.
Yeah,
Just
he's
think about
winning.
Yeah.
Ermin is down the river.
Yeah.
No, he was thrown on the pyre.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but then
he
his
collected
ashes
it,
were
and then
thrown
his
down.
ashes were thrown down.
He and Lorimer.
After hearing Erwin express his thoughts too that were mine, I was just trying to play along, I will turn to Vashian and say, offering me a pew and no place to study is not fair enough. We need to keep these books somewhere safe, somewhere locked up, and we know just the place. 16.
He looks at you and he looks towards Erwin and then looks at the other council members, and he starts to fidget from side to side. I don't know, these books, they've been here for a very long time. This is the first time they've ever really been attacked. How can you... I just don't see how it could be any safer down at the Lorimore residence. Did you want to add anything to that, Erwin?
Yeah.
Tell him
Well
there
said.
hasn't been any flaming skulls.
Yeah.
So these books have just been attacked. These skulls know exactly where it is, or the spirits, whatever is trying to attack these books, they know where it is right now. If we take these books away and hide them somewhere else, maybe we can actually keep these books safe instead of having them come back and just destroy them again. 10.
10. I'll tell you what, Doctor. You may check out 4 books at a time. Here's your library card.
There it is. I was waiting for this.
Is it 4 each or four total?
Don't push it.
4 each.
We have one library card between 4 people.
You and glistening boy here can carry them back to the Lormore residence. But do me a favor and do not tell anybody. It's very important, as Ravengro is an old settlement, and our history is contained within these tomes, and I would hate to see anything befall them.
We won't tell anyone.
Very well. So, Oust and Talos, you guys have finished dumping your corpses
Got rid of the evidence.
into the water supply of Ravengro.
Tell you what, Talos, these guys were a lot heavier than they looked.
I'm in complete agreement that they probably were very well fed.
So, where are you going to go? What are your plans?
Alice, did you see the sheriff when you were in town hall?
Yes. Also, I didn't get to fill you in, but it was attacked.
That's not important. The sheriff, where's the sheriff?
Last time I saw him, he was running away from 2 giant skulls like a little vagine. Oh, vagine not appropriate. He was running away like a scared little chicken. Abruptly, 2 flaming skulls broke into the town hall during the meeting and tried to set the place ablaze. And I saw Otto out there, and I figured you were in trouble.
Well, luckily Otto got the message. He's not really... I send him on missions every once in a while. I'm not 100% sure he's got it all down, but...
Especially with his accent, I'm not 100% sure either.
I'm not sure. I didn't know you heard Otto. What does his accent sound like?
He sounds French to me. I don't know where you picked him up, but...
All right.
He's German, dude.
I don't know.
You can't hear him, though.
No, he can't.
I speak with animals. Don't tell me what a druid can't do. Just kidding.
But what is your destination? Where are you going to go to?
I think we should go to... Alice, I think we should go to the sheriff. We should let him know about the additional letter, and I want him, if he sees it, to come to us right away.
So where is Talos and Oust going to go?
We're standing in the middle of town square, so try to track down the sheriff, which he probably ran back to his
Yeah, to the
office
sheriff's
because
office.
he's no longer in town hall. I could tell you that much.
All right, sheriff's office would probably be the first place we check.
Okay.
You know, Talos, I'm still a little concerned about... I just drew a blank.
Kendra?
Gibbs.
No, not Kendra. Gibbs.
I know.
You know, we didn't see him in town hall. We haven't seen him in town at all.
You know, I didn't think of that. I was concerned about Gibbs, and we haven't seen him all day. I just chalked it up to being in the Wrestlands, but if you didn't see him in town hall, I'm not sure what's going on there.
You know, if there was a town hall meeting, I think he would have been there, but, you know, let's find out what the sheriff knows, and we'll track him down later.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
So you guys are going to go towards
Sheriff.
the sheriff?
The sheriff, yeah.
Okay.
Which is I believe, on the map.
Yeah, well, if it's a jail, yeah.
Oh,
It's a jail, right?
yep,
So,
yep. So I guess we're going to the town jail.
Is it I?
Yes, I is the jail.
Okay.
I and
And I.
throwback.
So Irwin and the doctor, you guys are taking those books back to Lorimer's residence? Or
Well-
what are you guys doing at this moment?
Can I search and pick which books I want?
Sure, absolutely. Or you could even look at them there if you want. Because
Well,
it's
yeah, I
dark
wanna-
at this point, so...
I want to try and pick 4 books that we're going to take with us.
Okay.
So since spooky stuff's happening, the doctor will make an Arcana check, just based on the titles to see if anything pops out at him. That's a natural 20.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Easy 20.
Nice.
Okay. You notice that there are several books pertaining to Harrowstone, the Harrowstone prison, and one book that pertains in particular to some of the individuals that were incarcerated there.
Okay, well, definitely that one. Does it have a name to it, or just Harrowstone Prison and its famous prisoners?
That's right. It's like Alcatraz, you know.
is it like records?
Lost and Incarcerated,
The Lost and Incarcerated.
Volume 1.
All right, so we'll just say we got the prison records. Okay.
And then the other books are basically about Harrowstone, which is the prison, and other things that have to do with the town itself, architectural books, talks about different eras and when some of the buildings themselves were erected.
So I got the as-built for the town.
Right. They talk about when they streamlined the river to cut through the town and other things. Where they built the Temple of Pharasma. Just other books that talk about things that are mundane as well as may have some kind of a esoteric feel to them.
Okay.
But that would require studying though as well.
Okay. So to make it easier, do you want to break it up into like 4 categories? If I'm saying what I'm studying.
No,
first?
I know the categories of
Okay.
what is available
Okay.
out of the town hall, because there's out of all the places that you can study, certain places there are only certain things available out of those places of study.
Gotcha. Okay. So the doctor will gather the 4 books, and come along, Irwin.
Carry my books.
At least
rich
carry
boy.
2 of them.
All right, I'll carry 2 of them.
I'm not as frail as I look, even though you can't tell because I'm wearing a billowing, blood-covered leather, not a gimp suit, but cloak and kind of gimp suit, I guess, underneath.
Just go with the full Gibs suit,
I
man.
like the Gibs suit.
I gotta have the cloak, man.
So you guys start making it back towards the Lorimore residence. Go ahead and make a perception check as you make your way back.
Oh,
Is that
you're
a,
on
is
fire,
that a
dude.
1 over there?
No, 7.
Oh, 7. As you're moving your way down the road, you notice there's some threshing coming from the west side of the road in the tall grass, almost keeping pace with you.
Irwin, do you hear that?
I don't. What is it?
I hear rustling in the bushes. Off to our right?
Yes,
Off to our right, I hear some rustling in the bushes.
because you guys are moving south down the road.
Yeah.
Let's just stand still and see if we hear it.
Okay.
It gets quiet as you stand still. Sorry.
Sorry.
I was waiting to see if he was going to do something. I was like, he's like, let's just wait and see what happens. I'm like, yeah, what's going to happen?
Here, hold my 2 other books.
Okay. Got it.
I'm gonna look at the bush. What do I have for this? Do I have anything? Don't have
Sacred
it.
flame, start a holy fire.
I was gonna say.
I mean, that's
burning
my
bush.
only option. I was trying not to sacred flame, but you know, I'm a bit edgy. I just fought off a bunch of flame skulls. I look in the brush. I can't see. It's dark. So I'll fire off sacred flame.
Oh my god.
Flake red.
You're gonna burn down the Lorimore residence.
Okay. Go ahead and.
It's a deck save.
Oh, is it a deck save?
Yeah, he doesn't have to roll anything. Well, what's the deck save of
Of a bush.
a push?
Is it dry?
The thing is that wouldn't you have to see the target though?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You have to see the target.
Yeah.
Or you do percentile in a direction.
No, it says creature.
Does it say you have to see him or anything?
It says descends on the creature that you see within range.
Okay, so you can't see the creature though.
Crap.
All right. Well, I will just prepare it.
Okay.
And okay, Irwin, follow me, but keep quiet so we can hear.
All right, I follow right behind him.
Okay, so you continue to move down the road.
Yes.
Every so often you hear a crack or a snap. It still seems to be following you, but it seems to have moved further away from the road, as though it knows that you know it's there.
There's not much I can do. We'll just keep moving. Just, Irwin, keep your eyes open. Get ready to, I guess, roundhouse kick whatever comes out of the bushes.
Oh, you got it.
Okay, so you make it back to the residence. Whatever is following you doesn't come into the road, doesn't follow you into the house. It seems to have moved further away from the main road, but has continued to move. And then eventually it just dies off altogether.
Irwin, we have to make sure whenever, I don't know where Frick and Frack are, whenever they come back, gotta warn them, we're already getting trailed.
Yeah. It's unnerving.
So you guys make it back to the house. The door's locked. There's a light on inside.
Still knock.
You see the curtain part a little, and Kendra sees Irwin and the doctor. She opens up the door. Where's Talos and Alos and
Alice?
and
Owls.
Yeah.
Oust.
Bitch, leave me at last.
Where are the others?
She's playing like second level hard to get.
They should be right behind us. They had other matters to attend to.
Are they okay? What happened? I heard something went down at the town hall. Were you guys part of that?
Yes, we defended the town hall.
Oh, so strong, Erwin.
Yes, but anyway, we've got a lot of research to do to figure out what's happening in this town.
Well,
So
please.
I will be commandeering your father's study.
Please come in, hurry. And she looks beyond you both, and she closes the door and latches it. As you move into the study, you notice that a lot of the books are now in boxes.
Why have you boxed up all the books?
I don't think it's a smart idea for me to remain in Ravengro. There's just too much danger in this town. I don't feel it is safe for me.
Well, where would you go?
I don't know. I have friends over in Carrion Hill that I might go and visit. Maybe perhaps with the sale of the house, I might be able to buy some land out there. I should be well off by then, but I just don't, with everything that's going on here, I just don't feel safe.
Well, we're doing our best to help save
Your best
save
isn't
the
good
town.
enough. The town hall.
It is best if you leave your father's work behind for us to study.
I've already had someone interested in purchasing his entire library, and he's made me quite an offer
Of?
of 5,000 gold pieces.
For
Jesus.
this shithole?
It's the books.
Just for the
Yeah,
books.
Just the
It
book.
was for the house and everything inside. He especially wanted the books.
May I ask who is it?
I was given the letter by the young boy Pervin.
Fucking Pervin.
God damn it.
She's almost ashamed that she's considering accepting the offer, and you could tell that by boxing up the house that it would appear that
What were you rolling?
Persuasion.
it would almost seem as though she's ashamed that she's succumbed to that. That she's actually more than considered it. She's actually starting to box up the stuff.
Why would she
Possibly
be
for the
ashamed?
new owner.
She already changed the title in her own name before her dad died.
Well, she wasn't ashamed of that.
Exactly.
She's
Why
ashamed
stop
to leave-
there?
The sellout.
All right, guys, I'll try to persuade her.
What are you going to persuade her to do?
Kendra.
This isn't kind of a roofie thing, is it?
I might have a vial for that.
See you in the morning.
Kendra, don't you think it's a little strange that someone would offer you that much money for the house, for the research, the books, everything like that?
Well, I know that my father's library is very extensive, and it dates back many years, long before my own 25. And from all the stuff he's collected from his tenure at the university and before that, and I just assume that a lot of these volumes and tomes are irreplaceable, one of a kind, and this individual must be quite the collector. He said he followed my father's work very closely.
Did he give you his name?
No, he did not. He just initialed the letter AA.
AA.
They give you 12 steps into buying
Yeah,
a
dude.
house?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
The first step was box this shit up. Last step is put the sold sign in the window.
A lot of steps to go through.
Kendra, we don't want you to leave. We want you to stay here. We need your father's research.
Well, you have until the escrow goes through.
Is that 30 calendar days or working days?
Well, per my father's final wishes, which I will adhere to, he asked you to remain behind for 30 days. You now have 27.2 days left.
Calendar days or working days?
Hours.
Calendar.
Hours.
calendar days.
You always do like Step Brothers. This place
We
is
work
haunted.
in every day here in Ravengro.
I mean, that's better than nothing, but please don't box up any more books. If anything, the strapping lad over here will box them up for you before we leave.
Oh, that's so kind of you, Erwin.
Yes, of course. Thank you for volunteering me.
Yes.
So are you going to study this evening then?
I'm going to study this evening.
Will you be assisting him with that?
Yes.
Okay. So you start studying.
Double
Talos and Oust.
A-frame it.
Walking up to the jailhouse.
You guys arrive at the sheriff's jailhouse, and it is closed.
Knock on the door.
Yep.
There is no answer.
Knock a little louder.
There is still no answer.
Can we look through the windows? I want to see if we can see anything. There are windows, I assume, right?
Yes?
Can
There's
we
bars, windows with bars, but yeah, you
right.
can see through them.
Can we look in to see if we see any movement or if there's anyone in there?
Sure. It's dark inside, but go ahead and make a perception check.
Dark vision.
Dark vision, man.
You have dark vision?
Yeah.
Do it with advantage. Oh, you do too, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll keep
Needed
what I
it.
had before.
Okay. You don't
15.
see anybody moving within. There's,
Okay.
there's nothing going on inside there.
Got a non-natural 20.
Still don't see anything inside.
Oh, no.
Damn. Any prisoners? Nothing?
Nope.
Yeah.
Cage is still just as open as it was before when you first went in there, whoever went in there the first time. I think the doctor Ermin did. God rest his soul.
If the sheriff's not at the jailhouse, where do you think he would have gone after the town hall? You don't think he's drinking his sorrows away from...
That could be a pretty good guess. We can check it. I say we leave a note here to tell him to come see us in the morning at the very least. And then we can go look for him in the local tavern, or we can go find Gibbs.
We go search for Gibbs on the way?
All right. Gibbs is pretty far away.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
further than Kendra's place.
Like how much? Like an hour walk or like...
He's
an
like
hour?
twice the
It's-
distance. He's
it-
twice the distance.
It's actually it's probably more than twice the
Is it?
distance.
Oh,
yeah, it's a
shit.
little bit more.
Okay.
It's probably about
Could just check for him at the
20 minutes further.
the tavern in the inn.
Yeah, okay. Let's check out the tavern.
Okay. So you're going to go up to the Laughing Dragon.
Laughing Dragon.
Is that what it was called?
Which number?
Dude.
Letter?
Whatever you say is fact
Kilo?
as far as I'm concerned.
B?
B? Oh.
B.
I thought it was Kilo.
No, maybe it's C.
No, B. Something different.
That Laughing Demon. Sorry, it's C. Way back in here.
Okay.
Okay.
Where we left Erwin's
Yeah, Laughing
body.
Dragon. That's what it was. Laughing Dragon.
Okay, so as you make your way heading towards that alley that leads towards the northwest, you notice that there's a figure standing on the porch of the apothecary right across the street.
Can we recognize him at all?
Go and make a perception check.
6?
23.
23. You see that it is Sheriff Kaler,
All right, well.
and he is
found him.
watching you two.
Sheriff, you're not in your office.
Very perceptive of you.
What are you doing out here?
Well, I just thought I'd get away from it all for a little while and kind of put things behind me, as it would be.
Well, thanks for your help at the town hall.
Yeah.
What are you, drunk?
Do I need to put you in jail there, bark eater?
Oh. Bargator, I don't think you can even find your keys.
This place is a lost cause. It's getting worse. What did you need? I saw you banging on the jailhouse. What do you want?
We had an anonymous tip. We think that we know what the next letter will be on that monument of yours.
Oh, great. The elves can see the future now, huh? What's the next letter? What do you think it's going to be, so I could wake you in the morning and tell you what the next letter is? Yes. What is it?
It's the letter R. Is that word? Does it look like there's a word that means anything to you here?
V. S. C.
No.
No.
You need some vowels. V-E.
V-E-S. Oh, Vasor.
So,
That makes no fucking sense. None of this makes any sense anymore. This used to be a more quiet town. Whatever happened to this place?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out. Maybe if you laid off the brown bottle a little, we could,
I've been on the wagon for 8 months, and I'm just... Can you join me? Hand you the bottle.
I just tuck it back. Tell him to no.
I've seen a lot of strange shit. I saw some fucking crazy wolf tear the throat out of a man in the middle of the street.
Oh my God! Who
yeah, I
would
hope they
do
put that
that
thing down.
Stuff like that just doesn't happen every day, or maybe it does in this town now. I don't know.
May I ask why you're here at the apothecary shop?
Jominda, she's all alone, and I just tried to help her out and protect her.
I look through the window to see if I can see Jaminda.
Her lights are all dark, but she lives above,
Oh, okay.
and you can see that the lights above the apothecary are lit up.
Oh, so she asked you to keep watch.
She winked at me, and I knew that's what that meant. We have an unspoken language together.
Ah, you and Jominda, huh?
Shh, 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 don't let it get out. There's just jealous people. I know that doctor friend of yours has been hanging around in here trying to get in her panties.
I don't think the doc's after her. I think it was
Oh, that's right. He has that oiled boy of his, doesn't he?
That is 100% correct. You don't have to worry about the doc or Irwin for that matter.
Well, I just felt that it would be safer if I watched over Jominda. That's all. So that's all you wanted to see me for was for another letter. That's it.
just curious if you knew what it might represent, if you could make out the word.
This might shock you right now, but I am not in my right mind right now. I'm a bit scattered after everything that I had to save the town hall, you know.
Oh, yes, and you were a brave soul, that you were, Sheriff.
Get all those people to safety, and Jominda, of course.
Yes, Jominda.
Now, you guys weren't there, but she remained. She was like the only one that remained in the town hall.
She's like the last
Sheriff
one.
did a
wasn't she?
great
Yeah,
job.
he did a good job. Of
She
holding-
got taken
holding the
down.
fort.
I think, who was it that saved her? Was it?
It was
It was the
doc.
doctor
the
that
doc that
brought her back
revived.
from the death.
Where else am I supposed to buy my goods from? It's the only shop in town. Technically, that's where I run my secret business out of, too.
Could have become
Well,
a full-time business.
I don't know what to tell you anymore about your letters, but I'll definitely keep an eye out for everything.
Right.
Speaking of keeping an eye out, by any chance, have you seen Gibs running around town? I didn't see him at the town hall meeting.
No, he wasn't there. I don't remember seeing him in the hall.
When was the last time you saw him?
Yeah, yesterday afternoon, I believe it was. He was hanging out by the water, by the creek. Sorry, I didn't mean to get that on you there, Elf. I apologize.
Reflex save.
Can I take? You're not gonna keep that, are you? But yeah, I think it was yesterday afternoon. I saw him. He was, I don't know, washing his clothes or something down at the creek. Why?
Just wondering.
Well, you want to bother old Gibbs for? He's stupid.
He's been
He's
acting,
an idiot.
That is part of the problem, but he's been acting weird.
He's the only person we haven't seen around town.
He's been acting weird. Have you seen this fucking town? There's flaming skulls, for fuck's sake.
That only happened a few hours ago at most.
Pretty sure it's been like an hour tops.
Yeah, exactly.
Sheriff, you're a lightweight. That's what happens when you're off the wagon.
Well, he's not drinking beer. It's just straight tequila.
Well, if you're done questioning me, Sheriff, I think I'll go back to my bed.
Do you even know where your bed's at?
Did he just call you the sheriff?
It's
I think I'm the new sheriff in town.
it's
Does that make me the deputy?
It's right up there.
As he points
Does
at
he point
Yominda's
up?
bed.
Point
Yeah.
up at Joe Minutes' place. I'm going to try to get lucky tonight.
Well, we wish
Try.
you the best of luck.
I thought you two were an item.
Well, I might turn her down tonight,
Oh, I see.
Playing hard to get.
How long have you two been together?
I know we've been off and on for a little while now. I think we're in a phase right now.
Oh, okay. It's complicated. I get it.
But anyways, well, good night, you and the letter R, and I'll see you in the morning. He just turns and he starts going towards the door of the apothecary, and he grabs the knob, and it's locked. And he slowly starts banging. Jominda. Hello.
I cast sleep.
You see him just crumple to his knees and just right now. It's probably most likely you wasted that spell because he probably would have been in that position in about 30 seconds. So you see him crumple down to the floor.
It's still fun to watch.
He just falls face first.
So what is your next course of action?
I say we go towards Gibbs' place and we follow along on the creek, see if we can see him again.
Okay, so you guys make your way across the creek.
Mm-hmm.
Doctor, you and win.
Win.
You and
That sounded perfectly natural. Just keep it. Move on.
almost sound like that's probably going to sound like a cut too. So, Doctor, what are you going to do at the Lorimer residence?
Well, Erwin, let's break into these tomes.
Did you have one in particular you wanted to study first?
I think it's best if we start with Harrowstone Prison.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
If we can look at the prison and see if we could find records of who has been incarcerated there, that might give us a jumping off point.
I agree.
Now, do you want to study the prison or those that were incarcerated? Because there's
I would
different
rather
tones.
study the prisoners themselves.
The prisoners themselves. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to have you make a knowledge check, a local knowledge check.
So, and then if I'm looking at this, and
Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
7.
7.
Fuck.
Did you wish to aid him with that?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
13.
13.
Very good, young Padawan.
So what you are able to gather this evening, because after all the fighting you've done, the coercing of Vashian and the rest of the councilmen, the walk back, your heightened sense of whatever was following you back to the residence, and then even hearing the wrenching news that Kendra's probably going to be leaving. I mean, you're exhausted at this point. And as you're going through this tome, about the only thing you could glean at this part of the evening is that you know that Harrowstone is a ruined prison. It was partially destroyed in the fire of 4661, and that the building has stood vacant ever since. The locals suspect that it's haunted, and they don't enjoy speaking about the place at all. Those residents that have remained in Ravengro and know more about it, they just flat out don't ever talk about it. The newer residents of Ravengro have never heard of it because the older residents just don't tell them anything. Make a history check each. Just the professor. Just the doctor. Sorry. Just the doctor.
Professor's in the river, dude.
Right.
7.
7.
In the bag you go.
Something.
Time out.
Something about the passage strikes some kind of a chord, some kind of a remembrance, but you just can't recall it. It's escaping your grasp at this point. It's most likely because of how tired you are, and you're probably still a little hungover from the previous night.
Look, I don't know how much the doctor drinks, but 24-hour hangover and able to kill flame skulls?
I'm just saying, after last Wednesday, I woke up still drunk Thursday. We were off. I was still drunk.
Oh. Yeah,
I lost a house key in the house. I don't know
not
where the
gonna lie.
fuck it is at.
I don't know what happened last week either, but I woke up actually hungover. Normally I don't.
Yeah, we stayed till like
We
it
were
was
here
like
till
after
midnight.
That's your problem.
And then he walked to Home Depot.
Yeah.
You had
No, we had
we
like
had
3.
5, and then
yeah,
you took one with you.
I took one for
Took
the
one for
road.
Roadie Sody?
I took a road soda.
Well, he was
Roadie
walking.
soda.
I took a walk soda.
I know she's walking, but
I got down there and I was like,
I
I'm
tried to
fucked
get
up.
him a
I can't drive.
ride. I told I'd have Gavin drive. I mean, he's
It's
like,
all
no,
right.
no. I hear Gavin up there cursing at his video games. Like, no, I'll get you a ride.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was still fucked up. Anyways, so yeah, long hangovers.
They're possible. They're
What year
doable.
was the prison destroyed?
46.
61?
Yes.
Irwin. So, see from your notes here, the prison was destroyed.
And what
Everyone
year?
thinks it's haunted. It was destroyed in 4661.
What year are we in right now?
4711.
Is it?
I don't know. I'm making it up.
Oh, I was gonna say,
No,
that
you
sounds
gotta tell me.
fancy.
Time out. I know.
I think it's 4711.
It is 4711.
Boom.
Oh, doubloon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Got my doubloon back.
Now that is 4711 is analog to 2011. So if you could think that because this adventure path came out in 2011, so 4711. So you can see how they made it that way. So just go back so many years, and it's an analog to 2011.
So it's 110 years ago the prison was destroyed?
Yeah.
We got to look up a fire that happened in 1901.
Why's he
I
gotta be
didn't think
fire?
about that, but well, wasn't that the San Francisco fire?
Chicago.
Chicago.
Chicago
Sorry.
yeah.
fire, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh, maybe. Okay, so there you go then. All right.
Blamed
at-
it on a cow.
Look it up online.
It was
man.
just teenagers smoking that devil's lettuce.
I'm gonna read that shit.
Devil's lettuce.
Okay, so anyways, so you've gleaned this information, and you know that a lot of this happened because of a fire that occurred at Harrowstone Prison.
I take it it's not electrical fire, right?
Talos and Oust.
It's not the cathedral.
As you guys make your way along the river, it's nighttime. There's really no moon. You don't see anybody at the river. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay, new dice. That's a good one. 14.
Nat fucking one.
Nat 1.
I'm just like staring into Oust's eyes the whole time.
Locked in eyes? What are we doing here?
Oust.
You're not looking back.
You notice that there are footprints along the riverbank, and they're leading out of the thrush. Then they go like they're heading west out of the thrush, and then they turn towards a southern direction along the banks.
Dallas, look over here. By the riverbank.
Look at what?
I believe the sheriff was correct. I think Gibbs might have been down here. I see footprints all along the riverbank and heading towards the south. Heading towards back Gibbs' house.
I guess hopefully that means he's home. Let's follow the footsteps.
So we'll just track the footsteps.
Okay. As you follow,
Just find out where's Gibbs' house at?
Like
Oh.
far south.
right here.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was like way further
This
down.
is Kendra. This is Gibbs. This is the memorial. So as you make your way further along the bank, you notice that the footprints dart back into the thrush, heading east, and then at that point you lose them.
All right. By that point, we're both kind of aware of where the footprints are.
Okay.
All right. These either he's drunk or possessed by something. I don't know, but I'm not sure if these are Gibbs anymore. Let's just continue on back to his house.
You're going towards his house, right? Now,
Yeah.
you guys have been to his house before.
We've been there before.
As you start to get closer to it, you start to see his house.
Oh crap!
Oh shit.
Imagine where you are, Junior. That is where the river is, back over that way.
Okay.
And this is the main road that goes towards the south. It's the north. And you guys are right around over here. You notice that there's a shack in the back of his house. And you can see his little shitty structure The whole area is overgrown with weeds, just like it was before. Tell me what you do.
Was that shack there last time, Talos?
I don't think we checked it, but it must have been.
Unless he's been busy and creating a new edition.
That'd be rather fast.
Hey, no one's seen him for a while. He might have been a busy man. Who knows?
We can check out. We can check the shack first. If we haven't seen it before, it might be of interest.
You see it's still completely run down.
Is there any light coming in from inside of it, or no?
You don't see any light streaming out of the windows. You notice that there's, where you're coming from, there's a window right on the corner here, and you see one on this side, on the northern wall as well. So you see one against the west wall and against the north wall, but you can't see the front of the house, which is on the east side, and you can't see further on the south. But the windows, they look so dirty and grimy that you'd have to get closer to see if there's anything in them.
Can I check and see if there's any like recent footprints, fresh footprints like around the house, like leading up to the house?
Sure.
That's a 9.
9. You don't notice anything.
I don't know if he's been back for a while, but someone's been here building a new shed.
You're on that fucking shed.
Something
you never
about it.
went to the back of the house.
It's
Did
new to
not?
me.
Okay, well,
Let's
give me a fucking marker. Let me make another house.
Yep, 18 new to me.
Okay.
let's just check out the shed. We haven't check the shed out. We should check it out now.
Okay. As you draw closer towards this little shed, you notice it's about 15 feet square. There's a bunch of firewood stacked up against the eastern side of it. Is that the east side?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
North, yeah.
Against the east side. Where's my bottle cap?
There it is.
And there's
Covered by the
Yeah, by your
DM's
paperwork.
copious notes.
and you see that the door is closed.
Try to open it.
It swings open. Inside, you see it's completely dark in there.
Is there a torch or anything that we can light up?
You don't see one against the wall or anything.
How does dark vision work against this room? If it's completely dark.
Yeah, well, you could see it in grays, different
In
grays.
grays,
You just
okay.
notice that this place is just a real shithole. There's shelves along the walls, all littered with jars and knickknacks. There's stuff in burlap sacks on the floor. There's old barrels, could have been used for any type of dry goods or commodities. There's chains and ropes hanging from hooks on the ceiling. You can see starlight through the ceiling as well.
As Alice kind of sees the silhouette of certain items around the room, he would like to produce flame out of his hand.
Okay.
And it will cover a 10-foot radius in the room.
Okay.
Let's check the sacks and the barrels. Let's see what's in there.
Okay. Go and make your perception checks or investigation checks.
Ooh, fancy. Nah. 13.
6.
What do you have?
13.
13? 6? You guys don't find anything in there at all. It's just old rags. You find
Bloody knife.
A second
you
one.
find
Second bloody
shovels,
knife.
old shoes. You find old clothes, rotten food.
Any indications of like a paintbrush or anything like that?
Nope, you don't see anything like that. And there's no paint containers either.
Huh. Okay. Let's go back to the main residence. Maybe he's in there. We just couldn't see him.
All right. I'll burn out my flame and we'll walk back. Snuff out
Burn
my-
one real quick.
Burn one out.
Okay, so you go up to the
Main residence.
where you want to go? Front door.
Front door
windows,
and let's
yeah.
knock. Front door and knock.
Okay, you knock on the door and you don't hear anything.
Check the door handle. See if it's open.
It's unlocked.
Unlocked.
Let's go back in, man. Last time it was perfectly fine. What could go wrong
Yeah.
this time?
As you enter, both of you notice there's a form lying on the cot. And at the squeak of the door, you see the form rise up. Who's there? Who's in my house? Who's there?
Gibs. Calm down.
What do you want with me? Who are you? Quickly, produce flame. I can't see you.
Produce flame.
Does he have like a candle or something?
Nah.
Or a fireplace?
He looks around. And he does have a fireplace. It's against the
I'll light up the
west
fireplace.
wall right there.
With prestidigitation.
Okay, as the room begins to light up and glow with this magical ember, you see that he has deep rings under his eyes. And he's just looking at you wildly. I mean, you can imagine that you woke him up from whatever deep sleep he had. And he looks at you. What do you want? What are you doing here?
Sorry to interrupt your sleep, Gibs.
Interrupt my sleep. You're entering into my house. This is. Where's the sheriff? Where's the sheriff now?
Straight up B&E.
Gibbs, we just have a few questions, and then we'll leave you alone.
He kind of backs against the wall, or by this closet, and he's against the wall in the window, and he's darting around, looking around. He keeps looking out the window. What do you want? What? I don't know anything. What is this? I remember you. You were those guys at the cemetery, weren't you?
That we were.
Yes. We want to know what you've been doing. We want to know why you're so tired. You look incredibly tired. We want to know why.
I've been sleeping. What business is it of yours?
We're concerned about you.
He keeps looking out the window. I don't even know you. Why would you be concerned about me?
The
you see that
town,
his teeth just look shitty, just garbage looking.
like he hasn't brushed them?
Yeah. He just stinks. The whole place, what it smelled as bad before he was in here when you were searching it the first time, smells twice as bad because he's actually in the residence now.
So it's like a
like
San
squatter,
Bernardino
yeah.
crack house.
Yeah.
It's like squatting in this place.
What have you been doing, Gibbs?
Meth.
None of your business. What have you been doing, you stupid elf?
I get even closer to him, and then I'm going to fiddle with a piece of fleece for my spell component. I'm going to cast Minor Image, and I'm going to make it look like I have a gash created by a straight edge razor that's bleeding out
On your own neck?
on my own neck.
Dude, that's creepy.
What's the save on that?
There is no save. It's
There's
just
no save?
it's an illusion. It looks like it's real unless you interact with it.
Okay, he looks at you and he...
What have you been up to, Gibbs?
And he pulls out a straight edge razor.
I have
and
his
immediately,
straight edge razor.
and he immediately attacks.
Okay.
Roll for initiative.
Oh, damn it. 8. Damn it, Gibbs.
Freaked him out too much.
You think?
I mean, that's what I was going for.
He's
Because
got,
what was it? Was that presignation again or something else?
what do you got?
Minor illusion.
What do you got,
Minor
Talos?
20.
Oh, Oust?
8.
8. He's got 19.
Okay.
Talos, what are you going to do?
I'm going to, as a free action, release the
Illusion?
Ion Stone,
Okay.
and then I'm going to take the newly commissioned sword and then hit him with the pommel of the blade,
Okay.
or attempt to at least. I crit.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Fuck. What do we call
That's a
that?
non-lethal hit.
Fucking
Hard
hard
20,
20,
The
yo.
hard 20.
It's non-lethal.
Back it up.
That's not going to be good. That is sorry, I have to do the math here. 13.
Does not back up.
Okay. Oh, that's just max,
Max
right?
damage.
9 points of damage.
9.
Just like to the temple.
Okay, he takes this bashing against the head, and it probably should have knocked him out, but you see that he is like super invigorated with whatever is in him. Whatever adrenaline is just coursing through him. And he swats back at you with this straight edge razor. Yes.
So like a 9.
That is a 19
19 on the dime.
for
Goes-
7 points.
Okay. My arcane word will take 2 of it, and then I'll take the other 5.
Okay. Oust.
Alice is going to cast Frostbite onto Gibbs. So that will be a Constitution save.
Con save.
I'll do it.
And he saves.
And he'll save.
Talos.
Again with the sword to try and knock him out.
Okay.
Miss.
He tries to push you back against the bunk.
Okay. Is that contested or is it just a thing?
Well, it's a strength.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and make your recipient.
I mean,
so he's got 17.
I knew I wasn't going to be good at this, but I just figured
go
out what
ahead.
I had to do. 14.
14. So you go back and I need you to make a dex save
Okay.
or go prone to the bed.
Ooh.
I crit that one.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah.
as he pushes you back, you go back 5 feet, but you catch yourself before you fall against the bed, and then he starts to run towards the door. Oust, you can make that attack of opportunity as he passes you.
Do I get one for him leaving my range?
No, because he pushed you back more
Okay.
than 5 feet.
Gotcha.
Alice at this point is going to draw a scimitar and attack for 20 points. 20?
20 to hit.
20
20
hit.
hit.
It'll hit. And my arm just...
Non-lethal.
I know.
Don't murder them.
Non-lethal. I know, we're trying to keep this guy alive. For 7 points of damage.
7
Non-lethal.
points. He takes
Slice
it. Okay,
them
so
kidneys.
that was your attack of opportunity. Now it's your turn.
All right, again with the scimitar. 19 to hit
That'll hit.
for 4 points of non-lethal
4
damage.
points. And he runs to the door and out the door. Fuck you, elves! And he jams.
This guy's high on an 8 ball.
This crackhead's lost it.
Man, it's like San Bernardino County, man.
All right. Shit. I can't do.
The spurn is placed down.
I don't think I can do Ray of Frost as non-lethal.
God damn, Junior.
I know. It's the only logical thing to do.
I could like slow him down with Ray of Frost, but I think it like could potentially murder him.
I know. That's what I
It's
was
up
trying
to
to do
you.
with frostbite.
If you
No.
got something that'll hit him with the range,
How
you'll get
far is he
one
from-
chance at it.
How far is he?
Well, he's max distance at this point. So, actually, he's not because he used his attack against you,
Yeah.
Talos.
Yeah.
So he moved 30 feet away from the shack.
We can chase him down.
So he's just at the edge of the little pathway that leads to his shack.
Now, do I need a? Just because he pushed me away, do I have to take my full movement to get there, or do? Actually, can I use my full movement, or do I have to like dash to get to him?
You can move your full movement
Okay, I'll use my full
because
movement.
you'll catch up to him.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try and bludgeon him out.
Well, wait, you can't do that though. If
Oh,
you do-
so I have to dash.
okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you have to dash again.
All right. I'll dash and try to impose myself between him and what looks like it's his escape route.
Okay.
No.
So he's gonna make a 51%. He goes north. Below 51%, he goes south.
Okay.
So he's gonna
Yeah.
go south.
Okay.
Which would you say you were going?
What looked like the way he was. I guess if he was going straight, I was going right in front of him. That's it.
Okay. Well, that made no sense then. Fuck. I was thinking if you got like to block his southern
Okay.
point of egress, he would go one or the other.
That's it. That's all I can do because he's in my action.
Okay. He sees you get in front of him,
Mm-hmm.
and he attacks you with this straight razor again.
Fair.
Dude, it's like prison fucking
And
fighting.
he misses
Shanking.
as this blade just swings just in this wide arc to try to get you because he sees you come in front of him, and he misses horribly. Oust. You're at the doorway of his shack, his love shack, his fucking place.
If I use full movement and full movement towards and cast entanglement towards. Oh, actually, it's just. Sorry. It's a fucking natural
You
20.
fucking wasted the net.
I
20.
know, but I believe it's just a save for
It
him.
is a save. It's either strength or dex.
I think it's a strength. Hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah, strength. Roll strength.
17.
17 will pass.
It's
Okay.
difficult terrain at the very least now.
So
Yeah.
you see him pop up just like a jackrabbit, just as this shit extends from the ground.
Vines, not shit.
Talos.
All right. I think I only got one more try to try and knock him out. Fuck me, man. That's
I'm trying to talk.
that's a 9. It's not gonna be
That
good.
will miss.
9.
And he will attempt to attack you again. Oh.
Is that a 1 or a 7?
1.
It's a 1.
So I gotta make
baby.
a dex save.
Oh.
18. So he retains his blade.
Okay.
Oust. From the doorway of this shack.
Still moving forward. Gonna cast. Wait. Spell or is this a cantrip? Oh, that's a cantrip. Damn it.
Cantrips are fine. What? It's free.
Oh,
Doesn't
you don't have your
Entanglement a
mini,
cantrip?
do you?
I don't have my
we
mini.
don't have the minis out right now.
I had the dice in the order of.
I know. I had the other minis. I was just gonna
Yeah.
stick them out there for a
I have a
pick.
feeling Entanglement's a spell, right?
Yes.
I'm going back to my good old Frostbite.
Con
Casting-
save.
You gotta throw a con save.
Wait, how much damage this guy's taking?
6.
He's
6.
taking quite a bit, man. He's taking
That's what I'm saying. Is con.
He's taking quite a beating.
And you fail. So you are going to take...
It's just the number.
It's just a number. Okay, so you're going to take 3 points of cold damage, and your next move is going to be
Disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Okay. Talos.
All right. All right.
This frail old man looks like he's had the shit kicked out of him.
And he's cold.
He's been ducking and diving, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Gibbs.
It's taken 2 of you to fuck with me.
Gibbs, just go to sleep.
Come on.
20 to hit. I got a unnatural 20. A flaccid 20, one would say.
Okay.
Flaccid 20.
What are
like
we doing
that.
with this flaccid 20? You're gonna-
Whipping him with the pommel of my sword for 6 points of non-lethal damage.
Okay. He takes the brunt of this blade against the side of the temple, and you see his eyes roll up into his head, and he just crumples right into the dirt.
Talos.
Right at your feet.
You killed him.
No. He's. I check his pulse.
He's still alive.
All right.
He's definitely out, though.
We got to get him into the prison.
I agree. It's whatever. We need to lock him up big time.
All right. Let's take his body, get to the sheriff, take the sheriff's keys, lock him up.
All right. You want
As
legs or feet?
As you guys are picking him up, you hear a whistle, like an alarm whistle.
Like-
Oh, shit.
Damn it.
Too far with that.
I know, my bad.
You hear a whistle, like an alarm whistle, coming from further south.
We got to move quickly.
We gotta go.
Let's get out.
And we'll see you next session.
Fuck. Stranger danger.
I did not plan to be in combat this session.
I did not either.
Thank you for joining us once again on Roll the Hard 20 podcast. Remember, you can find us and subscribe to the show on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, and iHeart Radio. And if you like what you're hearing, please leave us a 5-star review. You can also contact the show directly at rollthehard20podcast@gmail.com or visit the website at rollthehard20podcast.com and check out the galleries we have there. We got a lot of interesting stuff posted. And finally, join us on our Patreon page at patreon.com/rollthehard20podcast. There's a lot of interesting opportunities there for you to join the show, receive bonus content, and swag. Until next session, keep your dice warm and glass full as you roll those hard 20s. People survive, or depending on what happens at the end of it.
Yeah, you never know, too. I mean, we're just going to play it by ear. 'Cause,
But
I mean,
this one
especially-
will be long. So.
Especially for, well, yeah, then especially for the first year. I mean, most of the time, it's nice if I'm there, but it needs Jess more than me, so.
Yeah.
It's just more.
Unfortunately-
it needs just more than me.
Unfortunately, my teats don't have milk.
Milk and
You milk
Koosh.
anything with nipples.
You're just not
right?
trying hard enough, man.
That's right.
You gotta.
Maybe it's my out. Maybe it's my.